a lot of you who come across this channel, you're highly spiritual beings. And the divine, your loved ones, being your ancestors, your angels, your guides, they knew you were going to need some extra protection, right? There has been this spiritual battle going on, you guys, since the beginning of time. All right. And I can't stress that enough, because regardless of whatever your religion is, we've all seen the battle between good and evil. So you can even look into the TV shows, the movies. There's basically what everything goes down to is good and evil, right? When it comes to these battles. And you know, when they show you these things in movies, when they show you these things in TV shows, there are technically certain ones who are the chosen ones to go and fix or change or fight said issue, right? Now, for some of you, this is going to come to you in dreams. This is going to come to you in visions. Maybe your pastor, your spiritual advisor, someone is going to tell you, hey, the divine has a calling on your life. God has a calling on your life. Whatever your religion is, everything is going to be different for everyone, because everyone practices differently. Everyone is of different religion. So just respect that. Okay. With these visions, with these dreams, you guys are going to be seeing things that are happening currently, maybe in other places in the world, and are things that are supposed to happen, maybe so in the future, and or also things that are happening in other dimensions. Okay? So I want you to take that into account, because a lot of people dream so vividly. I'm one of them. And when you're in that dream, it seems and it feels like it's happening right then and there. So much to the point you can wake up sweating, crying, even feeling whatever you were feeling or going through in that dream or in that vision. You can even feel it in reality. And then people who have certain abilities, they'll even come back with certain marks from where these things happened in their dreams. All right. Most people can be completely blind to what is really happening in these times, but not the chosen ones. All right. So for those of you who are meant to see this, you're going to see this. You may have, had a dream recently. You may have had a vision recently. If you did, please let me know. I would like to hear about that. I would like to hear about you guys' experiences. I've been very open about my dreams and experiences here on my channel. You may have even said to yourself, I'm not sure what I just dreamed. Is this really going to happen? What's going on? Write it down. Definitely write it down, because although you may not have all the answers and the keys to what you dreamed or what you envisioned or whatever it was, you can go back and reflect on that later. All right. So yeah. I also want to talk to you guys about the other dimensions, because I mentioned these things happening in another dimension possibly. And this could possibly be something taking place in another dimension, and the divine most high, your ancestors, your guides are showing it to you. Yes, a lot of times we see things that are going to happen in the future. However, you could be so tapped in that you could actually see something that's happening in another dimension. Obviously, we're not always in another dimension, right? But it doesn't mean that you can't see it. You could be in 1D, 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, and so on. So don't never discredit yourself or your dream or your visions because you're seeing it for a reason. And even if this is happening in another dimension, the divine could be letting you know, like, hey, look, you're about to be called upon. This is happening here. I want to let you know before it reaches your realm. Okay. Don't let anybody, make you feel crazy or whatever. Some of these things you're not going to be able to tell everyone. You're going to have to kind of use your discernment on who you can talk about these things with and who you can't, because to other people, you're just going to come off crazy. When in fact, you're really not. You're just really connected and tapped into the divine and the spiritual realm. So yeah, don't get too down. Don't let anybody play on your emotions or your belief. Always stand up for your beliefs, guys. I stand up for my beliefs all the time. People are always, trying to say something against me, but I don't worry about it because I know who I am, and you don't have to defend yourself. Who's going to do something about who you are? You are who you are. It is what it is. All right. But the divine is definitely trying to prepare you guys for something. All right. So that's what you need to focus on. Don't focus on anybody else. Focus on what you're being prepared for. All right. These visions and these dreams may not have hit exactly where you are or where you directly live. It doesn't mean that it's not taking place, or that it will take place. A lot has happened before a lot has to happen, y'all. I need y'all to understand that. A lot has to happen before the final battles take place here on Earth, or in our areas, our particular areas where we are. All of this is happening because at the end of the day, the meek will inherit the earth. That is just a fact. And the chosen ones, you're going to be made aware of when it's coming. Okay. And the chosen ones are also going to be the ones who are left to tell the stories, because the chosen ones are the ones who have actually had faith and have believed the entire time. All right. This means that you didn't allow anybody to deter your faith, deter your belief. You didn't allow anyone to make you feel like you were, like you were crazy or you didn't know what you were talking about. You didn't choose another side because everybody laughed at you. You get what I'm saying? Because they didn't believe. And these things can happen today, tomorrow, 10 years from now, 20 years, 100 years from now. All you know is that this is what you're seeing, and for you, it's real. So this is why it's highly important for you to be around like-minded people. All right. I literally tried for like 10 years. I'm 39 now. I'll be 40 in April. I literally tried for 10 years, y'all, to try to get other people to see what I was seeing, to try to get them to understand what I was seeing, what I was going through, so they wouldn't be like, oh no, you're lying. Why would the divine choose you? Blah, 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 blah. Because you know how people are. I mean, they're just weird. Okay. It's like they'll believe anything that they say, but anything that you say, it's like, no, we don't believe that. But I tried, and the divine told me to stop. Okay. He said he was tired of trying to get everyone to see these things as well. And he said, what you have to understand is some people are willfully blind. Okay. And they just won't open their eyes. But others who have been chosen, they will be able to see it. And you won't have to explain to them. They'll automatically understand everything that you were saying. And when I tell y'all he was right, he definitely was. Because even when I look in the comments today, I'm like, okay, yep, you completely get it. Yep, you completely get it. Okay, great. Ooh, I'm dealing with people. I don't have to, try to get them to understand. And it does get frustrating because sometimes you do want to explain to them to try to get them to understand. But, like I said, what I had to realize was you can't. If they're willfully blind, or if they're just blind to it, then they're blind to it. You may want to help them, but you also have to understand that maybe you're not the one to help them. You get what I'm saying? Maybe your energy doesn't match with theirs. So you can't get them to understand. Like you can literally take out a whiteboard and get to writing on the whiteboard and trying to draw everything to show them exactly what you mean, they're still not going to get it. You can align them with doctors and scientists who believe as you do. They're still not going to get it. So you just have to LIG it. All right. The divine was also telling me that some of these people don't get it because some of these people have chosen the dark side, and that's where they are. So they're going to stand up against what I say anyway. One thing that he said too was those who listen are the ones he is concerned about. So that was very important to me because I was like, okay, that makes complete sense, right? He's not really concerned with those, who want to try to make a mockery of him, who want to make a mockery of you even, because at the end, when everything is all said and done, they're going to need his help, and what he's going to look at is how his help, how his words were refused. And it's like, you can't deny me this whole time. And then, when the hits the fan, you want to jump on board, because that's just not going to happen. These people will believe in the end, though. It is what it is, like I said, because they're not going to have any choice but to believe. They're not going to no longer be able to deny what is the truth. All right. But by then, like I said, it'll be too late. The divine told me they have no more time. He was very dominant about that. When I woke up from this dream, all right, guys, I literally tried to go back because the dream ended with him saying they have no more time. Now, the dream where he was telling me this, I have talked about this dream before. And then this Saturday, he turns right around, and it's like I go into this deep vision of that particular dream. So this dream happened a while back, but it was this year. And it was very odd that I had been trying to go back into this dream, and then all of a sudden, here comes Saturday, I'm able to go into this vision where he's retelling me all these things again. So I'm like, in my personal belief, when I sat with myself, I'm like, okay, something is about to happen. I don't know what it is, but something is about to happen, and we're all about to hear about it. Okay. Whatever that is. All right. So me, when I was telling you guys, I was trying to go back. I was trying to go back because my concern is ultimately for humanity. Anybody that I can help, if you know me personally, I will go out my way to literally try to help you. But then this is when I heard the woman's voice, and she said, those who need to be saved will be saved. So prepare. And for those who choose not to listen, take heed to the messages. They will meet their fate. And I was like, duly noted. When I was in this vision, because it's like, now she's talking to me, right? So now I'm being shown what she has to say. And in this vision, she's like, this is what it is. Okay. Now let me show you, give you a complete visual of what's going to happen. So I saw us being taken to this beautiful place, y'all. And we were literally on different ships. Like, I did not want to look behind me, I did not. Like, even in this vision, I knew not to look behind me. For some reason, I just felt it so strongly. I did look to my left and I looked to my right. When I looked to my left, I saw we were on this most beautiful blue water. It wasn't like a light blue, but it was like a dark blue. And we were on this blue water, and there were ships lined up to the left and ships lined up to the right. And we were, heading for this beautiful place. And all I could think about at that moment was, like, I had to take like a deep breath, because I was like, whew, other people made it. You get what I'm saying? Other people made it. This is not something that I or a handful of people just made it through alone. There are other people here, you know? So that's how I kind of felt, you know, because I was happy, like I said, that there were other people there. When I began to walk on the grounds of this place that had been set for the chosen ones, I heard the woman's voice again. And she said, "That's right. Don't look behind you. What's behind you is in the past." What I took from that, y'all, was we can try to bring people on board, you know, with what is to come, but some people, they just can't hear it, you know. And maybe that sounds repetitive to people who've been watching this video, but it's highly important, which is why it's repetitive, because the overall message is everyone can't go. Okay? Because some people just don't have the ears to hear these type of messages. Their ears are filled with darkness. Their hearts are filled with darkness. Which is why it's so much evil in the world occurring today. And these type of minded people, they can't be here in a place of sound faith and foundation when they don't even believe. Okay? Yes, you know, to answer some questions, there will again be some, you know, who begin to see the revelation. But they will, you know, there will be countless of others who will just not see it, y'all, you know, and it'll just be too late. So there's nothing that I can really do. There's nothing that you can really do. You know, some people are going to claim that this is false. Some people are going to say, you know, beware of this message. But I already told you guys, you know, those of you who watch my content, you know me. You know that I'm not here to spread rumors or lies. I will tell you guys a story, but I will not tell you a lie, especially where the spirits are concerned. I take my spirituality very serious. I do not lie on any spirits that I work with. I don't play with the spirits like that. That was like one of the first things I was taught as a child upon being raised up in spirituality. But I'm just going to say to you guys, the divine will bless you guys for having faith. He will bless you guys, you know, for taking part within the knowledge, for educating yourselves on what you need to educate yourselves on, for speaking out, for speaking up, for your beliefs, you know, and so on. And if I was saying, as much as I mentioned the divine, as much as I mentioned spiritual beings on my channel, if I were lying to you guys, the divine has all the power to seal my lips. And my lips are obviously open and still moving. Okay? So again, take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. If you have stories on your own about things that are to happen or things that you see happening, definitely let me know, because I would like to see and hear you guys' experiences as well, because I love interacting with other chosen ones. All right, so if this helped you, please let me know. If it didn't, then this is just not for you. But I love you all. See you in the next one.